Now we want to get the very latest on our weather tonight.
We have a lot to talk about, and I want to say Click to Pins has been invaluable with showing us what's going on around town. We obviously can't be everywhere, but with so many people, we've had hundreds of these. Please, you can get this on your phone right now, just an internet connection. Just go to your Play Store and get it down. Look at this. This is a tree across the main road in Porter, Texas at Wood Hollow subdivision. Everyone coming together to clear, but we're going to see a lot of Click to Pins with trees down. That's going to continue to be a big problem with such a saturated ground. Here's a look at the center of Harvey. It disappears because this is the visible satellite, and without sunlight, and we're beginning to lose that now. About 30 minutes left, we start to lose this satellite, so we'll have to change it out. But it really shows a pretty easterly track, and we're going to get back to the track in a moment. But we have to talk about two flood warnings. This flash flood warning is until 11:15, and it is pretty much for all of us. Certainly south of Spring all the way down to the coast. There's also the flood warning until 2:15. We'll get back to that, but I want to show you this area is anticipated to receive 1 to 3 inches more rain between now and 11:15. Now you add to that the easy 4, 5, 6 inches of rain, and that starts to bring that total up to 10 inches of rain total just for today. And that's just been with a steady rain all day of a ½ an inch to an inch per hour. So that's why that flash flood watch is continuing. You see these red areas, those are the 1 inch amounts of rain that are going to continue to drop. So be careful. Here's a look at the 6-hour rainfall totals for some of our areas, especially south of I-10, right down toward Hobby Airport, where we have 6 and 7 inch amounts of rain, and into Brazoria County, off toward Sugar Land, 4, 5, even 6 inches of rain there. So it's going to continue to be a bit of an issue. You add it to what we've had so far, and that becomes a real problem. Now, I want to get back to this warning that we have, not only the flood warning that we have, flash flood warning for the 1 to 3, but also the one that we have for this little bitty area up here. But that is a levee breach that is imminent, according to the National Weather Service, and Justin has more on that. Justin.
What I've been watching for, I guess what I've been doing is trying to figure out if that levee has in fact breached. Just got on the chat here with the National Weather Service. They say that they understand it could be breached very soon, but not potentially yet. I did leave a message on the chat for Jeff Linder with Harris County Flood Control. He's sort of the guy that would know that. But here's the area we're talking about. So there's the creek. There's Cypress Creek behind there. You can see it as it works its way through. Bill, you made a great point with that too, that this may be one of the older levees up near the Kingwood area here. So you can see that's all from Greenbrook Drive up towards Kingsdale, north up towards Calderwood Drive as well. So it's all within the subdivision. And as Frank mentioned, that warning, watch, I'll put that warning on, and you see as we turn on that flash flood warning, it's pretty much that entire neighborhood. So if it hasn't, then my guess is that it probably is going to fail quickly. That's generally what, when they say an imminent breach of the levee, they notice that there's a problem. A curious wording in that, the reason they put that flash flood warning up for this particular area was, as they said, the water was getting so high that in fact that it was overrunning some of the pumps that are used to move that high water out. If the water gets into the pumps, it'll kill that pump system. Then of course the levee can't do its job, and the water is going to go over top of that. A quick note on where exactly that is. It is up on the north side here, and the last gauge that I have from that last reading anyway, guys, it says site out of service due to storm damage, and that's at the Cypress Creek at Inverness. The water level was 15.5 feet above the bank. Yeah.
Wow. 15.5 feet.
Up near Spring, right. Thank you, Bill.
And it broke the gauge.
Yeah. 15.5 feet broke the gauge, which would make sense too if A, we've got an imminent levee breach, right. B, the pumps aren't working anymore, and C, we've got information that the gauge is now busted, not working. I think we've got a problem in that neighborhood.
If you're in that neighborhood, you need to get out. Let's talk about Harvey real quick. These winds, Dominique had asked about the winds. It's not particularly a windy storm, and along the coast, we're not going to get those readings because it's getting farther and farther away from there, but still some gusts to 43 in Palacios, Victoria, 43, 33 in Corpus, 22 for Galveston and Freeport. We're going to see some of that water pile up, so we would expect above high level readings there for high tide. So watch out there. 45-mile-an-hour winds officially, but that's more in these bands that are bringing that rain in as opposed to right around the center. Moving east-southeast at 3, but the Hurricane Center brings it a little north and then moves it off to the northeast. That's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's not so far from now, so we'll certainly get a read on whether that is actually occurring. The bottom line is the track that takes this away from us Wednesday 1 in the morning continues to put the heavier rain off to the Beaumont area, which I know we have viewers out there, so you're going to have to watch out. But still, 10 inches possible between now and then, certainly, and we're looking for 1 to 3 of that even in the next few hours. So we still have a long way to go. So I think some totals are definitely going to reach 50 inches. And we talked about that when you take the movement of the storm and you divide it into 100, that'll tell you how many inches of rain. And this thing's been moving 2 miles an hour. That's 50 inches of rain. And that's how we get to those numbers. I think probably Liberty County is a big candidate for that. I wanted to show you the spaghetti models again because I do have the one that specifically is the one we're following because it's a whole big mess, which is why we call them spaghetti models. But the one that we like here is the consensus. It takes all of those and pretty much that's the middle of it. That's the aggregate. And traditionally, that consensus model has always been the best one. And I know the Hurricane Center likes that one, as does the National Weather Service. So that looks like a pretty good bet. It doesn't have that north jog with it. And we're really out here more than we are here when these spaghetti models were run. So hopefully we'll start to get on this northeast track because the sooner we get on the clean side of this, the better. Part of the problem has been moving this low pressure system, which is the potential to be a tropical system. It's a little bit of a tropical disturbance, could be a tropical storm before all said and done. That's going to continue to move away, and as it does, that will open the gate for what's left of Harvey to continue to move off toward northern Louisiana and into Arkansas. So that's the idea here, is the traffic finally will unjam a little bit. This will find the area of least resistance and move along. Here's exact track radar now. That's what we have currently. And this does now, the HRRR, a pretty good job. I'll go back here. Does a pretty good job of initializing this. Certainly the heavier rain, Brazoria, Galveston over the bay and into Chambers County. And then you see Galveston, Chambers, Galveston Bay continues into Hardin there. So it's doing a pretty good job of initializing this. That puts more rain through here 1:30 in the morning, which is why we have this flash flood warning until 11:15. And then we see 6:30 in the morning, especially here as this rotates in, anywhere from Chambers to Liberty, even into parts of Montgomery County. So that's why I say I think Liberty County is probably a good candidate to get a whole lot more rain, but Chambers as well. And we're all going to have to be on the lookout. Here's a look at the RPM model. I don't think it initializes it quite as well. It does continue to put the heavier rains slowly but surely, that 6:30 tomorrow morning, off to our east. And with that, slowly but surely moves it out of here by Tuesday evening. So as I've been saying, I think by tomorrow night, we have a much different story going on. But that is 24 hours from now. So we're going to have to keep a close guard for more rain tonight and then into the overnight. And these half-inch to inch amounts of rain per hour are going to start to add up and already have for a lot of folks. So that's what we really got to be on the lookout for.
I'll tell you what, that is beautiful to watch that model that you have, that consensus model, taking it out of here and getting on the clean side of this terrible storm.
Well, and y'all have been in as many of these as I have, and not more, and that's the idea. You get on that clean side and you're in much better shape.
Usually happens a lot quicker.
The better idea is that it comes in like at Corpus and just continues north and bypasses us altogether. That's a better idea, but we were blocked then by that high pressure system to the...
Exactly what happened with Allison.
Yeah, same
exactly.
thing.
Allison came in. Allison made it all the way to Lufkin. It came in and hit Pearland on Tuesday, made it to Lufkin on Wednesday, and got stuck, and then started to drift back Wednesday and Thursday. And
yeah. Boy, the forecast was
and the rest, as they say, is history. Yeah.
For this, the forecast has been very good. Yeah.
Very good.
And this has been much worse than Allison.
Much worse. Just, I mean, we were talking last night about what's worse than catastrophic, and we've come up with biblical proportions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's the only one I haven't heard. I've heard just about every other adjective to describe this storm. That one, pretty close to the mark.
I tell you, it is. I mean, that, you know, I think that's it, and it's probably going to be. I mean, we say this is a 1,000-year flood. This is a 1,000-year flood. This is 1,000. But you know what? This is a community of so many millions of people. That economic loss in and of itself is going to be beyond catastrophic.
Yeah,
you're right about that, Frank.
Yep.
We have been talking.